Today, hundreds of students will finish their long journey at Bristol Community College. Going forward, they'll be armed with the knowledge obtained to become tomorrow's nurses, engineers, artists, chefs, or other careers. For many, this has been a long journey, but today they will embark on a greater adventure the rest of their lives.
Congratulations, you made it. Please remain standing. In keeping with the spirit of this auspicious ceremony, and out of respect for all of our graduates, please turn off your cell phones. The smoke-free campus. Furthermore, out of courtesy, I ask that all graduates return to their seats after crossing the stage and remain there until the end of the ceremony. Please note that no diplomas will be distributed at the Commonwealth College Center until the completion of this ceremony. As we begin today's ceremony, let's please take a moment of silence in honor of members of our BCC family who have been lost during this year. In addition, let us remember the losses and suffering caused by natural disasters around the world, particularly the recent tornado devastation in western Massachusetts this week. Our thoughts and prayers are also with combat casualties and all military personnel and civilians who continue to suffer the horrific hazards of shots fired in anger. Thank you. Take 1 minute. Thank you. Now I am pleased, if you'll remain standing, I am pleased to introduce Jennifer Jackson, a member of the class of 2011, earning the associate's degree in elementary education, who will sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Jennifer will be assisted by Deaf Studies graduates whose names are listed in the program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was marvelous. Thank you. Jennifer Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2011. And our Deaf Studies graduates. Thank you. You can be seated. On behalf of the Bristol Community College Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, and class of 2011, I am pleased to open the 44th Annual Commencement Exercises of Bristol Community College. I will now introduce the members of the platform party and ask them to stand as I call their names. Professor Lois Toby Shea, Professor Emerita. State Representative Kevin Aguiar. Stephen Ozog, Vice President of Students. James T. Grady, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Betty Welsh, the honored recipient of Bristol Community College's 2011 Distinguished Citizen Award. E.J. Dion, recipient of Bristol Community College's Honorary Associate Degree in Humane Letters. Sarah Garrett, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Trustee Deborah Kinney. Trustee Anthony Sapienza. Trustee Fernando Garcia. Trustees Zalma Braga. Trustee Christopher Wilbur, class of 2011. Trustee Joseph A. Marshall. Trustee Arthur Paul. Trustee Cynthia Rose. Patricia Dent, Dean of Health Sciences. Professor Gerald LePage, Grand Marshal. Nicole Collins, President, Student Senate and Class of 2011. Professor Paulette Howarth, Grand Marshal. Dean Peter Schuyler. Dean Joanne Preston. Dean Sarah Morrill. Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs, Michael Vieira. Dean of the New Bedford Campus, Teresa Romanovich. Associate Vice President of Enrollment Services and Dean of the Attleboro Center, Kathleen Torpy Garganta. Chair of the Bristol Community College Alumni Association, Class of 19 and 73, Peter Silva. William Berardi, Dean for Business and Information Management. I would like to also introduce our American Sign Language interpreters, Jonathan Brown Henry and Professor Sandra Liger. I want to pay special tribute to our BCC Foundation. These dedicated people have volunteered their time and talent to provide increasing support annually for scholarships, textbook loans, capital funds, and campus grants for equipment, special projects, and professional development. There are students graduating today who would not have been able to complete their requirements without the assistance of a BCC Foundation scholarship or loan. My thanks also to everyone who has contributed to the foundation. Thank you, BCC Foundation. It is now my pleasure to introduce Attorney James T. Grady, Chairman of the Board of Trustees for Bristol Community College.
Each year, under the laws of the Commonwealth, a student trustee elected by the student body joins the Board of Trustees. We have been most fortunate to have Mr. Christopher Wilbur as the student representative during this past year. In his role as trustee, he served as liaison between the board and the student body. He was active and diligent in his role as the student voice at our table, and all students benefited from his hard work, his skill, and his advocacy for Bristol Community College. Thank you, Chris, and best wishes from all of us.
Honored guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most especially the class of 2011. It is my privilege to welcome you to this glorious commencement. Congratulations. We are all very proud of you and your considerable accomplishments. Every class, every assignment, these are the building blocks that have led you to this day. It is through your intellect, your endurance, your drive, and your stamina that you are here today, and I congratulate you. Let's stay for a moment on those themes of initiative and persistence. Not everyone understands or appreciates the mission of community colleges to provide access through our cherished principle of the open door, as well as quality and affordability. I want to illustrate for you how important persistence is, as well as the educational opportunities available at Bristol Community College. Now let's try an experiment. I invite all graduates who are first in their families to attend any college or university to please stand. First in your family. Stay standing, please. Congratulations. Now, while you're standing, if you are, please raise your hand if you are the first in your immediate family to have earned a high school diploma or GED. Congratulations. Thank you. Please be seated. You have overcome a lugubrious litany of formidable challenges. Let us hope that today, with this accomplishment, you are starting a new cycle of educational attainment for your family and for generations to come. You are setting new precedents for all of your relatives. Each of you is a role model. We're all very proud of you. In addition, community colleges are commonly referred to as two-year colleges, but I wonder how true that really is. Would all of the graduates please stand? Everybody, please stand. Thank you. Now, with all of the graduates who actually completed their academic goal in just 2 years, please sit. Two-year college. Are we really a two-year institution? Would all the graduates who completed in 3 years please sit? Okay. Now, the 3-year marks the 150% time threshold used in gauging so-called successful completion that is used by external observers. But is that 150% rule a fair performance measure for either Bristol Community College or these persevering students that you see still standing, figuratively as well as literally? Each of these students has a heartwarming story of success to tell to those so-called external experts. Of those still standing, how many of you completed your degree? If you please sit, if you completed it in 5 years or less. Okay. "10 years or less." All right. 15 years. Still standing. That's wonderful. Thank you. Congratulations. Just 3? Okay, thank you. Please be seated. Congratulations. Very inspiring. Now, would you please raise your hands to the following questions, graduates? How many of you work full-time or part-time while pursuing your studies here? Wow. Thank you. How many have children? Wow. Any grandparents? Hey. Any great-grandparents? Great-grandparents, congratulations. As you can see, it is a misnomer to describe community colleges as two-year institutions. Community college students who have the goal of earning a degree or certificate or specialized training and actually do so irrespective of the amount of time on task deserve our highest praise, not criticism. Instead of emphasizing beat-the-clock time frames, we should rejoice for these high achievers. Do we really want to begin closing the open door just to satisfy some imagined standards set by so-called external experts? Graduates, how many times in your career at BCC did you feel frustrated and hopeless and lost and perhaps even ready to quit? That was rhetorical. But you stayed the course, and today look at the overpowering result. The affirmation of all those melancholy moments linked with single-minded purpose. For all that you have accomplished, you did not travel alone. It is only through the support of others that accompanied you on your journey that you have been able to come to this day. First, I want to recognize the graduates' families, loved ones, and friends. You too have achieved something important today. Your loved one has achieved a goal, and like good teammates, you have been enablers that made it happen. They couldn't have done it without you, and for that, I thank you and congratulate you as well. And I invite the graduates to extend their appreciation to these special supportive people in their lives. Congratulations. Another team who supported you in your journey is comprised of our BCC faculty and staff. They challenged you, drove you, and made you work harder than perhaps you have ever worked before. But in the process, they changed you. They believed in you even when at times you may not have even believed in yourself. Both in and out of the classroom, you encountered their collective commitment to nurture and to challenge. Simply put, BCC faculty and staff are the best. Their commitment to instruction and instructional support, our two highest priorities at BCC, sets our great institution apart in the world of higher education. They believe in your success. Faculty, you have heard me say many times that you are the most important part of this institution. A college is only as good as its faculty. I re-emphasize that sentiment today as a rededication of my commitment to you and a promise to you of the support and affirmation of your glorious efforts by everyone else at the college. Your creativity informs your teaching. Your enthusiasm for learning infects your students. You teach and you inspire. With the faculty and staff, please rise and be recognized for their crucial role in this reason for this day's celebration. Faculty and staff. Thank you. Graduates, this great institution has provided you not with all the knowledge that you will ever need, but rather with the appreciation of knowledge itself and an understanding of all that remains yet undone. The world continues to change at a rapidly accelerating and dizzying pace. It is your understanding of the learning process that will provide future solutions. You must keep up in this age of lifelong learning for your own good and for that of this society. Yet you bring a renaissance of hope with you. I frequently proclaim that our goal at BCC is not simply to produce for the Commonwealth good citizens who are informed. Rather, our purpose is to produce informed citizens who make ethical choices. There is an anxious need out there for you to demonstrate those wonderful qualities that you have learned at BCC. Seize those opportunities. Graduates, as you launch the next phases of your life's journey, you have our very best wishes, and each of you will always remain a valued member of our BCC family. Feel free to call upon us at any time. Congratulations. The Commonwealth Honors Program at Bristol Community College offers qualified students with enhanced opportunities for academic enrichment. These students have met the graduation requirements of the Commonwealth Honors Program, a program that has earned special recognition from the state, and are recognized today as Commonwealth Honors Program Scholars. Will these Honors Program graduates please stand and be recognized? Honors graduates. Thank you very much. And I want to thank the director of the Honors Program, Professor Tom Grady, for his great work with the Honors Program. In addition, service learning at Bristol Community College engages students in community volunteer activities for academic credit. Students who have performed a number of service learning projects and have served as project leaders are designated as community service leaders. Will this year's service learning leaders please stand? Thank you for your service, a number of hours that have been totaled up, and I thank Professor Mary Zahn for her leadership. I'm also very pleased to recognize a number of graduates who received transfer merit scholarships from a number of colleges and universities. Would all graduates who have received transfer merit scholarship please stand? We offer you our heartiest congratulations. Thank you. Each year at our commencement exercises, we recognize academic excellence by honoring those students who graduate from the college with an outstanding academic record. Students may graduate cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. To achieve summa cum laude requires a minimum grade point average of 3.8 out of a possible 4.0. This year, a number of graduates have actually earned a perfect record, a straight A 4.0 average for their entire career at BCC. Will these graduates please stand? Congratulations on your extraordinary accomplishment. 4.0 straight A the whole time. Congratulations, everyone. I would now like to call upon Attorney James Grady, Chair of the Board of Trustees again, who will present the 2011 Bristol Community College Distinguished Citizen Award.
Thank you, Jack.
Each year, the Board of Trustees honors an individual who has made a distinguished contribution in the field of health, education, business, labor, government, or the arts, and whose character and achievements have enriched the life of our community. This year, the board has selected Ms. Betty Welsh. Ms. Welsh, please come forward. The citation for Ms. Welsh reads as follows. Distinguished Citizen for 2011. Every cause needs a champion, and for community and philanthropic organizations in southeastern Massachusetts, you are a quiet, unheralded, yet powerful one. Business executive, community advocate, and volunteer, you dedicate your time and your talent to strengthen the work of institutions that assist people throughout the community. A certified public accountant, you committed your expertise to building small businesses and strengthening healthcare management in Fall River. As a longtime member of the Bristol Community College Foundation, you have served as president and on its executive committee for many years. Did I skip a page? You helped lead our foundation in leveraging professional and personal relationships that secure substantial support to provide scholarships, equipment, and learning resources for healthcare education. Many other local philanthropic and nonprofit organizations in art, healthcare, women's professional development, and education benefit as well from your seemingly limitless skills and commitment. Through your belief in giving selflessly, and without fanfare. Your exemplary heart and spirit reflect the best of our region. You have made an indelible impact on Bristol Community College and Greater Fall River, given on the 4th of June, 2011 at Fall River, Massachusetts. Yeah.
We'll take it back then. Betty Welsh, ladies and gentlemen. Please say a few words.
Thank you very much for this award, and I look forward to doing whatever I can in the future. Best wishes is to all of you graduates.
The Massachusetts Department of Higher Education has granted Bristol Community College the right to award an honorary degree in humane letters. The college awards this degree to an individual who illustrates through a career of intellect and service the best of Bristol Community College's vision to change the world learner by learner. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient is E.J. Dion. Mr. Dion has served as a reporter and analyst for some of the leading news organizations in the country and the world. His syndicated column appears in the Washington Post and in local newspapers. But he also has another claim to fame. He grew up in Fall River, Massachusetts. And his parents were longtime BCC supporters. In fact, our dental hygiene clinic is named in his father's honor, and his mother was a cherished trustee of the college. I would like to read the citation, which is also found in your program for Mr. Dion. The Board of Trustees of Bristol Community College awards the honorary degree of the Associate in Humane Letters to E.J. Dion. Examining and explaining the complexities of American politics, you have combined your humane understanding of people with a keen intellect to deliver thoughtful and insightful interpretations that speak both red and blue. Through lucid inquiry and analysis, you excel at critiquing competing political philosophies, thereby fueling the flames of democracy and civic engagement. Your ability to examine and challenge all sides has gained you the respect from partisans of all perspectives. By your perceptive and penetrating reporting and synthesis, you bring honor to your hometown and to all of southeastern Massachusetts through your work as you endeavor to change the world. I would like to invite Mr. Dion to come forward now and deliver his remarks and receive the hood and the award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see if we can get this on.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
Let me take that off if I may. Oh, wow.
Here is the,
That's awesome.
here's the
Thank
award.
you.
Just move over here to get away from the microphone. They can take a good picture. There we go. How's that?
I can't thank you enough, Mr. President. I can't tell you guys how happy I am to join your day. I should say I'm a newspaper columnist. I give talks on politics, and that introduction was so much kinder than the one I got recently, which ended with the words, "And now, for the latest dope from Washington, here's E.J. Dion." So thank you very much for that alternative presentation. President Sprague, I loved the way you introduced this class and all of you who stood up and kept standing. I want to thank the member of the Board of Trustees, Chairman Grady, in particular Debbie Kenny, You're going to make friends. You made friends here that you're going to keep for the rest of your life. I always tell my kids that there aren't many good things about growing old, but one of them is you have old friends. And Debbie Kenny is one of my old friends, even though she isn't old. Eileen Farley, a great president of this institution. I get back to her. There are so many distinguished people on this platform. I just want to honor the distinguished citizen Betty Welch, the Professor Emerita Toby Shea, also the family of Professor Emeritus John Majkut. His wife and family are here today. He's getting the award today posthumously. Can we give his family an ovation? I want to thank my sister and brother-in-law, Lucianne and Drew Thomas. I'm her younger brother. She always looked out for me. This morning when I went to print this out, the printer jammed. My sister got me out of the jam, as she's done my whole life, and I want to thank her for that. And I also want to thank my friends at the Fall River Herald-News who gave me my first paying job in life. And lastly, let's honor, with all due respect to the alumni, the best class in BCC history. Let's give it. Really, I can't tell you how grateful I am to be with you and to share this day with you. And your president was right to call you role models, and I'm going to say a bit about that. But I'm also grateful because I can say thank you to Fall River and to this larger community of Bristol County. I owe so much to this place. Our family, in fact, represents the whole county. I grew up in Fall River. My mom grew up in Taunton. My dad grew up in New Bedford. So we unite all of you. So much of what I know that really, really matters, I learned right here where I grew up, about community and family and faith, about how politics really works. We know a lot about that around here, about what it means to get knocked down and to get back up again, about what it means not to be born with very much and to have to work and fight and struggle and keep at it, and you all kept at it. Of all the things that have been written about me, and a lot of people disagree with me, so they're not all nice, but this, I think, is the nicest thing ever written about me. It was written by a columnist for the Boston Globe called Tom Oliphant, and he said that the thing that he liked best is that I never let my formal education cloud the most important clue to his wisdom. I don't think I have any, but Tom did. And then he said it was a childhood in Fall River, Massachusetts, and that is absolutely true. I can never thank this place enough. Now, you know that the worst kind of speech to give is the one I'm giving you. The people in this room who matter are absolutely everybody, parents and family and kids and grandparents and graduates and teachers, everybody except the guy giving this speech. There have been careful academic studies of commencement speakers. 4% of commencement speeches are remembered because they're really good. 22% of commencement speeches are remembered because they're really bad. The rest said they didn't remember a word that was said to them on the day that they graduated by the commencement speaker, and I will try to bear that in mind today. Your role models, he was right about that, your president, and you shouldn't be shy about bringing your gifts to this community, to this state, and to this country. Why are you role models? Well, you showed it when you kept standing there earlier. It's a lot easier to succeed in life when you have a lot of advantages. All of you succeeded without most or any of these advantages. You know about work, you know about determination, you know of the importance of all the people who helped you along the way. And so I hope that means you'll remember how a little help from you can make an enormous difference in the life of other people. Never forget the next person on the way up. And it's true, I really love BCC. My mom, as the president kindly mentioned, was on the board of BCC until the day she died in 1995. She fell in love with this place, and I got to love it with her. Eileen Farley was president then, and what an extraordinary job she did, and what a dear friend she was to so many people in our city. We love this place because of the kind of students who came here, people who never gave up, or who are always looking to do better, not just for themselves, but for their families and their communities. I can't tell the story of every one of you because we would be here all day, and you don't want to do that. But I do want to pick out a few of you whom I think represent the whole quite well. You're going to hear from Chris Wilbur, so I don't need to say much about him, except I think it's time that Bristol County produced a President of the United States. So I'm looking forward to Chris Wilbur's career. Carrie Gippo. Carrie Gippo is a single mom with 2 beloved children. She came to BCC to forge a new career path that would enable her to make a better life for her kids. She adds this new skill that she's learned here in therapeutic massage to a tool chest that includes a bachelor's degree in nutrition and a certification as a yoga instructor. Justin White, an engineering transfer. He is pursuing his lifelong interest in space exploration. He's transferring to Worcester Polytech to study aeronautical engineering. He was chosen as a National Community College Aerospace Scholar by NASA. Micah Conti, liberal arts, math, and science. He graduates with a 4.0, good job, Micah, and reports that in high school he felt stifled. He didn't learn what he wanted to learn. He says he was an indifferent student. His first semester, he became inspired here by the classes he took, and he took off, and he transfers to Amherst College with a tentative plan to go to medical school where he can take care of people like me as we age. And then there are a group of nursing students, Megan Murphy, Melissa Vuolo, Carolyn Quinn, and Pamela Mahoney. They reach beyond their own work to help a faculty member and first-year students in academic need. When a family illness fell to faculty member mid-semester, another faculty member took over her classes, but she wasn't familiar with all the material. These students, although in a very rigorous time in their own training, volunteered their time after full clinical days to support the faculty member by mentoring freshman students. Bless you all. And just a couple more I'd like to mention. Sarah Mercer in general studies. She persevered in school despite chronic health issues, and she worked the 3rd shift full-time throughout her college careers. And just remember how many hands went up here about how much all of you worked on your way through. Because of financial family issues, she's been on her own since graduating from high school. For some, that might have been an obstacle for graduating from college. Not Sarah. She graduates with a 3.97. She's a Commonwealth Honors Scholar and a member of Phi Theta Kappa. And finally, Tamara Bryant, who's in office administration. She's turned to her avocation into a vocation. Through her involvement with the Office of Civic Engagement, she planted the seeds of a professional relationship and reach the reward of volunteering. Remember, the work you do for others can come back to you, and she did this in more than one way. She spent a year on an AmeriCorps project in Dartmouth, the YMCA Sharing the Harvest community farm. She got a silver medal at Skills USA, a gold medal, a standard award, and a President's Volunteer Service Award. The stories I just told are only a few of your stories. They are part of your larger story. Each of you has a story to tell. So let's give a hand again to the class of 2001. By the way, one other people I want to thank, we don't see around here today except for the police. I'd like to thank all the people who did all the work putting this day together, the grounds people, the sound people, the police, and the cafeteria folks. Thank you. We're benefiting from the fruits of your work. Now, the folks who may remember today more than you do are your moms and dads, and for many of you, your spouses and partners and kids and grandkids, and in one case at least, great-grandkids. Let's offer a hand to all of them who supported you. I thought being a parent was easy until I became one. It's one of the flaws in the way we are built. I don't think it's possible for a child to know how much love, pride, anxiety, concern, interest, and joy a parent takes in a child until that child has kids of his or her own. Then, a little too late, we understand what our parents went through, but our kids don't usually have a clue as to how we are feeling. It keeps going on and on like that, and yet we still survive. And this explains why grandparents and grandchildren are so close. What do they have in common? A common enemy. And somehow it all works. So congratulations to family members here. I want to commend to you another lesson. I only have a couple of lessons to give you. One is to maintain a sense of humor, and especially a sense of humor about yourself. If you write a column for a newspaper, you hear from a lot of people. They can put comments under your column, and usually human nature being what it is, the people who disagree with you write just a little more to you than the people who agree with you. And I hear from a lot of people. I couldn't in this polite company repeat some of the emails I get. But one of my favorite critics once wrote, "Dear Mr. Dion, are you as dumb in person?" And so if you get nothing else out of this talk, you'll be able to answer that question for yourself. Another lesson. My friend Samantha Power, who is a fellow Red Sox fan, I've always remembered this. She was talking to a group of students and she said, "One of the reasons I love baseball is that the best players in the game hit 300. That means 7 out of 10 trips to the plate, they grab the bat, eagerly step into the batter's box, fail at their task, and return to their dugouts, shoulders drooped in despair." Now, my son, who, unlike his dad, is a good baseball player, would point out that this leaves out walks and the on-base percentage, but never mind that. What Samantha went on to say is the best team in the world went 86 years without winning a championship. The best team in the world, did I mention that? The best team in the world lost the first 3 games of a 7-game series. They came back from a 3-0 deficit with a $200 million payroll. Her conclusion, you never know that in failing, you're inspiring others, you're moving the ball down the field. And so it may be strange to say on the day of your success, but daring to fail is the only way you can succeed. Being willing to strike out a few times is the only way to hit 300. If you stop because you're afraid of failing, you'll never get there. A lot of you might have stopped, and you didn't. Everyone here today knows that because you didn't stop. You weren't afraid. There are no final victories in this life, but that means there are no final defeats. Never, ever, ever listen to someone who says, you can't do this. If you want something and it's the right thing, there is always a way. And I just got a couple more rules. One is really simple. Know stuff, learn stuff. Your English teachers will love that sentence, won't they? Know stuff, learn stuff. But it's true. You should never, ever stop learning. They call this a commencement because the word means a beginning, not an end. And the last thing I want to say to you is I think you have it in you to be one of the great reforming generations in American life. You have a chance to be a very special generation, a generation that transforms our country. You've already shown it. Those stories about service that I told apply to so many of you. And it's happened before. Franklin Roosevelt once said, "There is a mysterious cycle in human events. To some generations, much is given. Of other generations, much is expected. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with destiny." Now, he was addressing those words to what became known as the greatest generation. I believe you have it in you to become the next greatest generation. I think if you're bold, you can do this, and I believe you will. Now, I don't envy your generation, the problems you're inheriting, or the economy you're walking into. But I do envy the opportunity you have to transform our nation. Our country needs you. And I do mean you, the people right here in front of me, the people who know how to overcome adversity and to turn setbacks into victory. And so I want to share with you last a quotation I have treasured since I was around your age. And it's a quotation from Robert Kennedy. And he said, "The world demands the qualities of youth, not a time of life, but a state of mind, a temper of the will, a quality of the imagination, a predominance of courage over timidity, of the appetite for adventure over the love of ease." You don't get old when you walk out of here today. You don't ever have to get old. Oh yes, over time your body won't work as well. Over time you might gain in wisdom. Those of us who are getting old love wisdom. But you never have to lose your imagination. You never have to lose your courage. You never have to lose your appetite for adventure. Yes, you are role models. We need you. Make our country more just, make it more energetic, make it more creative. In the coming years, we're going to hear extraordinary things about the people sitting before us today, and I just can't wait to hear your news. Godspeed and congratulations to you all. Thank you. Thank you.
E.J. Dion, ladies and gentlemen. I should add that last year was our inaugural for granting an honorary degree, and the recipient was the late Senator Edward Kennedy, and now Mr. Dion is the second award winner for our degree. The valedictorian is selected to represent the class from the groups of students with the highest academic accomplishments in college and community achievements. This year's valedictorian is Christopher Wilbur, class of 2011. You already know that Chris served this year as student trustee. He was elected by the students to represent them on the Board of Trustees in this academic year. Chosen this year through a rigorous process as a Jack Kent Cook Scholar, he is one of 60 students nationally chosen for a $30,000 per year scholarship to the transfer institution of his choice. Chris speaks several languages, and he plans to attend Brown University to study international diplomacy. Chris Wilbur.
Well, thank you, EJ, for those sobering statistics on valedictorian speeches. Okay. Well, I'd like to share with you a little story that'll chronicle our journey here at BCC. I looked at my folders by my file cabinet the other day. Economics 112, Government 112, Honors 295. It was at that moment that I realized we'd come a long way. It felt refreshing at first, but then it hit me. I wouldn't be returning to them again. Everything came to a close so fast. We invested our time, our energy, dedicated to a series of subjects, and then it was over. That day I opened a notebook I'd nearly forgotten. The memories poured out. Unexpected laughter, easy conversations, gathering around notes before a test. A quick run for food or something to do before class would commence. Remember how we'd start off our semesters a little uncertain? How would this teacher grade? What would the people sitting beside us in class be like? Would I get away with texting in class? By midterms, the answers to those questions were clear, but we were exhausted, saved only by those mid-semester breaks, and then we'd come back, relieved, to build up once again for finals, and anxiously await those grades to be posted online. Life was a pinwheel of semesters, new instructors, new assignments, new friends, new experiences. Each semester, almost magically, new personalities would come into our lives that would broaden our perspectives and widen our horizons. But then as quickly as they arrived, they would soon exit. So fast, often before we knew what happened. So then I shut my notebook. In a wink, there was nothing left but a lingering sentiment of warmth and admiration for the things we had done. So we're going to enter stages of our life reminiscent of our life here at BCC. When we're nervous to enter a new chapter, that nervousness will quickly yield to comfort, and the unsettling will subside. We'll once again have peaks of intense work, deadlines, lulls and vacations, and weekends will be time to recoup. In the end, things will come to a close, like our semesters did. We'll leave for a new job, we'll part with loved ones, we'll once again enter new chapters. And remember, with each chapter, it'll be like the ones before. There'll be magical moments, each one waiting to be explored. There'll be trials and errors. Friends will come and go, and each experience will mark on our lives as they did at BCC. So I'm proud to be setting off with you on the journey of your lives. It's my belief that while we were here and writing, we were growing. While we were struggling, we were learning. And each time, we were emerging stronger. And it's because of these experiences that I know we're capable of taking on the problems of the future. So I look forward to the day when BCC alums of 2011 are out in the world together. It may be that we're separated by companies, state lines, perhaps we're only separated by city streets, but we'll recognize each other. Whether it's on the educational section of a resume, or a brief conversation in a store, or a neighbor who knows a cousin who is a BCC alum. We'll all share something in common. We'll be able to say, we celebrated this day, a celebration of the dedication we had to ourselves. So I say to you, my classmates, we can change the world together, learner by learner, from global organizations to those just around the corner, from major industries to our own families. What we've learned can make a difference, one person at a time. This is a journey that's only commencing. Like EJ said, that's the meaning of commencement. It means beginning. Thank you.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Great job. Chris Wilbur, ladies and gentlemen, student trustee, class valedictorian. Thank you, Chris, for those inspiring words. This year, we are honoring two of our outstanding retired faculty members, Professors Lois Toby Shea and posthumously John J. Matchcott, by designating each of them Professor Emeritus. Faculty peers select these individuals for this honor. The citation for Professor Emeritus Matchcut reads, "A dedicated professional and committed educator, you ensured that the engineering program and your own skills were always up to date so that students benefited from the latest in engineering technology. You ardently pursued grant funds and partnerships that paved the way to success for hundreds of students. Many later returned to proudly report on their rewarding careers. Kind, convivial, and generous, your advocacy provided our students with maximum exposure to real-world experiences and opportunities that equip them to contribute to our region and beyond." Please welcome Mary Matchcott, Professor Matchcott's widow, who is accepting the award.
Thank you, President Sprague. My voice is not too good, but I really just wanted to say a special thank you to President Sprague, and especially John loved teaching at BCC, and he adored the students. He totally loved every minute from the time you guys walked in the door and left the school. My family and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. I would now invite Professor Toby Shea to join me at the podium. A nurse educator who inspired students with integrity and high standards, you served as a role model for all entering this most demanding of professions. You did more than require excellence in their nursing skills. You also modeled compassion and connection with the world by promoting diversity, advocacy, and commitment to those in need. By your involvement in your community and around the globe, you provided students with a sense of purpose and of power in making the world a more peaceful and healthy place. Toby Shea, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Emerita. Toby, I want to give you this. I'd like you to say some words, huh? Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Don't go too far. I am pleased now to introduce Nicole Collins, Student Senate President.
Each year, the Bristol Community College Student Senate honors one of many outstanding faculty members who have affected students' lives and their education in a meaningful way. Nominations requiring detailed information about the educator's role are solicited from all potential graduating students. The selected faculty member is presented with the last lecture award. This year's recipient is Lois Toby Shea, RN, MSN, Professor Emerita of Nursing. Toby, though retired, continues to teach part-time in the medical assisting program. It is my honor to present Ms. Toby Shea.
Thank you, Nicole. What a beautiful picture I see in front of me, all of you incredible students. Buenos dias, bon dia, Jumbo, Inshallah. I must tell you how surprised, touched, and humbled I am to have received this awesome honor. It is especially meaningful to me because it comes from the most important persons here, our students. The themes that I would like to address are self, family, local and global community, and peace. Please visualize a peace sign. Put yourselves on one part of that peace sign. Put your family on another one. Put the global and local community in another, and peace is in the center. By doing this, we can see that we are all connected and that each one of us has an impact on the other. Self. Some of you have come from small villages in and outside of the United States, while others have come from large urban centers. All of you, I feel, have come with a common goal, and that is to receive knowledge. This knowledge is power. You have received knowledge. You have served as role models for your kids. You have made wonderful friends, and now you're commencing. Let me also mention the Buddhist principle of mindfulness. Mindfulness is being in touch with the present moment. This moment is the only true moment we have, the only moment we can be sure of. Live in this moment. How many times has one said, I can't wait until this class is finished. I can't wait until maybe this lecture is finished. If one wishes all of the time away, suddenly life has been wished away and we have not lived it. Live in this moment, live in this time, and live life well. Family. We are all part of a family, whether our family is a traditional family, a family with a single mom, or a family with a single dad, or a gay family. The family has many purposes. Among them is to teach and give love, not hatred and prejudice. To nurture, protect, and cherish, not reject or abandon. And to transmit cultural values and norms. In many countries, family is most powerful, and it is the one who guides all family members. Be proud of your family, respect, love, and honor each family member. Work within your family unit, and remember your family's teachings as you start your own family. Community and global community. We are all part of a local as well as a global community. Events in one part of the country or the world have impact on all of us. Events such as the tornadoes and floods in the South, and just this week in Massachusetts and Western Mass. The earthquake in Haiti, the earthquake and tsunami in Japan, the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the unrest in Africa and the Middle East. When people suffer from these disasters, we all share their sorrow. When injustices occur in the world, when many are hungry and homeless, when many are killed because of their beliefs, when people die of AIDS, TB, malaria, and in childbirth because they have no money nor access to care, we still feel sorrow. We should also, I feel, feel anger. Sorrow, anger, and love can all be powerful motivators for working together towards social justice for all, which I hope will eventually lead to peace. Let me come back to self, to you. Remember the knowledge and believe in the power that each one of you has. Always believe in yourselves. Take and make time for joy, for love, and to dream. Respect authority, but also know when and how to question it. Graduates, would you all please join hands as I finish my speech? Can you please all hold hands? Thank you. As you continue on your journey, join hands with another, perhaps a homeless person, an AIDS orphan, or a wounded vet. Always know and believe that each one of us can make a difference, especially as we become part of the global community working towards justice and peace. Thank you, muchas gracias, Santa Sana, obrigado, and peace. Thank you. Turn the page. Turn the page. My students. Thank you, all of you, and congratulations to all of you. You're awesome.
Toby Shea, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Emerita and last lecturer for the class of 2011. I now present Attorney James Grady, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to authorize the conferral of degrees.
Graduates, congratulations. This is your moment. You have come this day through hard work and dedication, and what you have done opens the door to new opportunities. You have not come to this moment alone, however. You have been supported by an outstanding faculty, a devoted staff here at BCC, and friends, family, and fellow students. But it is your effort and your persistence which have brought you to this point. Be proud in all you have accomplished. On behalf of the Bristol Community College Board of Trustees, I congratulate you all. The next is the good part. As chair of the Bristol Community College Board of Trustees, I am honored to authorize Bristol Community College, under the powers invested in the board by Section 10, Chapter 15A of the General Laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, to award the Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science degrees, and appropriate certificates to those candidates who, in the judgment of the college, have successfully met the requirements for graduation.
And now, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Sarah Garrett, assisted by Associate Vice President Michael Vieira, will present the candidates. Will the candidates for graduation please rise? I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, and for the certificates. I certify on behalf of the faculty that those receiving their degrees and certificates today have completed all the requirements for each program as set forth by the college and by the Board of Trustees. It is now time to award the degrees. Out of courtesy, I ask that all graduates return to their seats after crossing the stage and remain there until the end of the ceremony. Please note that no diplomas will be distributed in the Commonwealth College Center until the completion of the ceremony. Graduates will cross the stage in order indicated on the program. A professional photographer will capture the graduate as he or she crosses the stage, and I will be available in the Commonwealth College Center for photos after the ceremony. Please withhold your applause until all the degrees and certificates have been awarded, although I don't know why we bother saying that.
I am pleased to announce the graduates of Art Transfer. Amanda Arrojo. Chelsea Aruda, cum laude. Patricia Marie Burke-Smith, magna cum laude. Stephanie Caraballo. Russell Paul Graves, Jr., cum laude. Leanne Knight, summa cum laude, art transfer and graphic design certificate. Samantha Elizabeth Rabbit, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marshall. Ashley Rautenstraut, summa cum laude. Charles Franklin Tillett III. Christopher Ventura. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Business Administration career. Shannon Auld, magna cum laude. Ann Amber Barabee, cum laude. Timothy J. Bizarro. Carlos A. Cardoso, magna cum laude. Nicholas C. Carnaza. Cynthia Carrera, cum laude. Joseph A. Code, cum laude. Amanda Curry, cum laude. Sheena De Medeiros, magna cum laude. Brittany M. Dings. Barry J. Ferris, summa cum laude. George R. Farrow Jr., summa cum laude. Bridget L. Finnerty, cum laude. Fatima Furtado, summa cum laude. Shannon Furtado. Alexandre Gomes. Jane M. Goodwin, summa cum laude. Joshua Harris, cum laude. Stephanie Elisa Halle, cum laude. Gina Hott, magna cum laude. Raymond C. Howard, Jr. Stephanie Gerald, cum laude. Robert Cruz, magna cum laude. Caitlin Lambert, cum laude. Megan Lynn Lavoie. Robert Renee Lavoie, summa cum laude. Matthew M. Leonard, cum laude. Anthony Joseph Longa. William Lynn Jr., magna cum laude. Ed Marvin Machado. Carl Anthony Medeiros, magna cum laude. Pamela Marie Medeiros. Rebecca Marie Milton. Wendy Montella, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Moreland. Sherry L. Njoker, summa cum laude. Sandra Oliveira. Carol L. Olson, summa cum laude. Deborah M. Pacheco. Simone Peck, cum laude. Kristen Paquita, summa cum laude. Sandra R. Pereira. Jessica M. Perrin, summa cum laude. Derek J. Picard, summa cum laude. Sarah M. Pinheiro. Chad William Simmons, magna cum laude. Stephen Sylvia, cum laude. Michelle Joanne Vargas, magna cum laude. Jane Elizabeth Westner, summa cum laude. Sarah Quinton. Keith Soares. Joan Sullivan, summa cum laude. Christopher George Anthony Vaulton. Ian Vaulton. I'm pleased to announce the graduates of Business Administration transfer. Josanne Arrojo, magna cum laude. Michael Barbosa, magna cum laude. Megan Borges, magna cum laude. Christopher Michael Carvalho, cum laude. Casimiro Robert Chor, III. Ashley Dacunia. Mai Dang. Tammy Sue Dorrigan, magna cum laude. Courtney Ferreira, Business Administration transfer and also thanatology certificate. Robert Hamill Jr., magna cum laude. Francis Ireland. Donna Jr., summa cum laude. Stephanie Louise. Anna Machado. Jacqueline Melendez. Joseph Mello III, magna cum laude. Rosangela Morera. Tiffany Jean Pemberton, summa cum laude. Stephen Poor, cum laude. David Prue, magna cum laude. Janice Quinlan, cum laude. Ashley Quintal, cum laude. Joanne Rebella, summa cum laude. Justin Silva. Ann Vieira, summa cum laude. Michael Winterson. Timothy Woodard, cum laude. David Maurice Wynn, summa cum laude.
I'm pleased to announce the graduates of Clinical Laboratory Science. Hadir Mohammed. Lisa Fay. Cheryl L. Willard. Caitlin A. Zielinski. I'm pleased to announce graduates of communication. Gretchen Araluz. Ryan Ramon Arce. Nicholas G. Broder. Roxanne Muniz Sierra. Christopher Proctor. I am pleased to announce graduates of Computer Information Systems. Matthew Bond. Tal Brogan. John A. Cabral, Sr. Corey J. Campion. Christopher J. Cronin. Alan Cunha, Jr. Lillian DeAndrade. Andrew Downing. David Duhansik. Harry Edgar Dunham. Brian Ferreira. Andrew Highnote. Jonathan James Howes. Nathan Ledoux. Joshua Luro. Jennifer A. Powell. Kevin Manuel Rebello, cum laude. Joshua R. Ray. Heidi Schweingart, magna cum laude. James A. Simos. Nathaniel Souza. Kevin J. Souza. John Thibodeau. Patrick J. Ware, summa cum laude.
You gotta read their honors. You gotta read their honors.
I am pleased to announce graduates of criminal justice. Tiffany Aguiar. Sherry Almeida, cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Courtney E. Andrade, cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Laura Barrows, magna cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Christopher Beauregard, law enforcement certificate. Richard Carbonaro, magna cum laude. Patrick L. Claflin, cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Bailey Alyssa Colonna, magna cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Megan Elizabeth Cody, law enforcement certificate. Jesse Colum, and magna cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Daniel Crossman. Kerry Lee DeMello, and law enforcement certificate. Taliba Dudley, and law enforcement certificate. Christine Lee Fonseca, law enforcement certificate. Kevin Galicia, cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. Brett D. Gorvin, law enforcement certificate. Cam Goldstone, law enforcement certificate. Timothy Hackley, law enforcement certificate. Leisha Hamlin, magna cum laude, also law enforcement certificate. Michael J. Lodge, summa cum laude, and law enforcement certificate. James Raymond Lepore, law enforcement certificate. Andrea B. Miranda, law enforcement certificate. Jay Muller, law enforcement certificate. Joshua D. Pelletier, Christine Pereira, Xavier A. Reyes and Law Enforcement Certificate, Andrew Michael Raposo, Law Enforcement Certificate, Christopher G. Rocha, Kayla Rodriguez and Law Enforcement Certificate, Stephanie Surratt Rollins, cum laude, Jahira Michelle Santiago, Law Enforcement Certificate, Erin Shalduni, Law Enforcement Certificate, Jenna K. Shepard, Law Enforcement Certificate, Victoria A. Silva, and Law Enforcement Certificate, Chrissy Soares Fernandez, and Law Enforcement Certificate, Graciana Esther Solis, cum laude, and Law Enforcement Certificate, Joshua A. Vieira, magna cum laude, and Law Enforcement Certificate. I am pleased to announce graduates of Culinary Arts. Ashley Marie Botello, Kyle Carlos, Cameron David DeGracia, Allison E. Florent, Dominic Freitas, Brandon Hamilton, Allison L. Lagasse, magna cum laude, Suzanne McPeak, David Jose Palomo, cum laude, Gina Perry, summa cum laude, Nirma Christina Raffi, Mark P. Saliba, Vanessa Seabar, Culinary Arts, Paula Kathleen St. Pierre, magna cum laude, Crystal S. Tavares, Monique Valliere, cum laude, Matthew B. Walther, Evan W. Wirtz. I am pleased to announce graduates of Deaf Studies Transfer. Jennifer L. Anderson, also Liberal Arts and Thanatology Certificate. Diane Rosemarie Boulanger, summa cum laude. Corinne Marie C. Gervais, cum laude. Erin McNamara, magna cum laude. Lynn Mollica, summa cum laude. Christine M. Snowdale, magna cum laude. I am pleased to announce graduates of Dental Hygiene. Jessica Lynn Botello. Felicia Ann Carroll. Jennifer Lee Giraldes, summa cum laude. Amanda Leal, cum laude. Erica Jean Matthias, cum laude. Chevry Andrea Morgado, cum laude. Jennifer E. Prevost. Stephanie Velez, cum laude. Ashley Fanica, summa cum laude. Dawn M. Williams, cum laude. I am pleased to announce graduates of early childhood education. Stephanie Joseph Aguiar. Stephen Joseph Aguiar. Sorry. I need early childhood education. Ashley Ambrose. Lauren Benoit. Bethany Kathleen Devo, cum laude. Sarah Lynn Gowdy. Dawn Elizabeth Gomes. Rachel M. Godwalt, cum laude. Susan A. Horton, cum laude. Ashley M. Caton. Nicole Ann Leet. Rebecca Lucas, cum laude. Sorel Catherine Lynn, cum laude. Jody Lynn Machado. Shauna Menard, summa cum laude. Nicole Vieira. Chelsea Wynn. I am pleased to announce graduates of elementary education. Rosemary R. Aruda, cum laude. Christine Marie Barbosa. Sherry Betancourt. Anna M. Barrigo, magna cum laude. April Cabral, cum laude. Paula G. Correa, cum laude. Tammy L. Couture, cum laude. Sherry Lynn Cohen, summa cum laude. Tanya Lynn DeMello, summa cum laude. Alyssa Jordan DeSaucy. Helen A. Gabriel, cum laude. Tawana Denise Guerrero. Jennifer Jackson. Bernadette Kelleher, cum laude. Caitlin Helen Lavoie. Alexandra M. Rebello Lazaro, magna cum laude. Cindy Lorena Ordonez, cum laude. Cynthia Pedro. Kayla Paristrello, magna cum laude. Michelle A. Resendiz. Lindsay Jean Roderick. Katie R. Scott, cum laude. Nicole M. Silva. Penny A. Sullivan, magna cum laude. Alicia Lynn Waters. I am pleased to announce graduates of engineering technology. Nikdali Apliers Kureya, engineering technology. Robert A. Correa, Jr. Jesse Ferreira, cum laude. Sandra Belay, cum laude. Scott Christopher Mello. Hamid Rahmani, magna cum laude. I am pleased to announce graduates of engineering transfer. John Joseph Pacheco. Justin Michael Peckham. Kristen Marie Saucier, cum laude. Jan Victoria. Justin R. White, summa cum laude. I am pleased to announce graduates of Fire Science Tech. Justin Richard Alexander, summa cum laude. Bryant Sears. I am pleased to announce graduates of General Studies. Barbara Lamond, summa cum laude. Courtney E. Amaral. Christinal Amaral, summa cum laude. Kerry L. Aruda, cum laude. Todd Baptista. Andrew J. Barboza. Justin M. Boulier, magna cum laude. Maha Bangam. Matthew Booth. Kelly A. Baker Borges. Brittany Elizabeth Broder, magna cum laude. Kelsey Burton, cum laude. Jessica M. Camara, summa cum laude. William L. Camara II, cum laude. Priscilla Kangia, cum laude. Ashley Teresa Elizabeth Cardona. Danielle Edward Carr, cum laude. Brittany Cavallo, magna cum laude. Sharon E. Sayedo Charette, cum laude. Dawn M. Clark. Peter C. Clark, summa cum laude. Ethan Paul Cordell, cum laude. Amanda Lynn Coulombe, magna cum laude. Samantha Hope Croxford. Megan Grace Cunningham. Lorna Tavares de Almeida, cum laude. Natalina Dias Goff, also Thanatology Certificate. Shailene Crystal DePina. Joanne D. Doyle. Zebediah Duat. Casey Lynn Ellis, magna cum laude. Rachel Freitas, magna cum laude. Amanda Golan. Nancy Jahida Jacqueline Gomes. Esteban Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Victoria Natasha K. Gretzky, magna cum laude. Christy Ham, cum laude and phlebotomy certificate. Natasha L. Idahita, magna cum laude. Scott R. Isabel. William J. Joris. Jessica Johnson, cum laude. Kevin Klatt. Morgan L. LaBelle. Karina Rosario Laura. Bethany Laranjo. John Roger Lozan. David Roger Lozan. Darlene Marie Lavalle. Joshua Lawler. Christopher D. Lee. Jeanette Nicole Lepore. Christine Elizabeth Lewis, magna cum laude. Monique Lochard. Amy Marie McDermott. Michael V. McGinn. Sherry Medeiros, cum laude. Timothy L. Medeiros, magna cum laude. Samota M. Men. Sarah Lynn Mercer, summa cum laude. Caroline E. Messenger. Mary Miranda. Tara C. Mitchell, magna cum laude. Catherine Mary Monahan, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Montero, cum laude. Jessica Moores. Dylan Morlock. James Nadeau. Crystal Rose Nunes. Nicholas C. O'Brien, magna cum laude. Sarah O'Brien, cum laude. Jade Elizabeth O'Donnell, cum laude. Ashley Raposo Oliveira. Jessica Ann Olson. Shannon E. Otto, summa cum laude. Victoria Pacheco. Ryan Pease. Patricia Margaret Ramos, Culinary Arts and General Studies. Heather Poisson Perkins, magna cum laude. Stacy Ann Rochford. Corey Bonner Rothwell, magna cum laude. William Broderick Sadler, Jr. Ashley A. Sanford, magna cum laude. Kevin Santos. Jeffrey Sorrow. Ariana Semido, magna cum laude. Hassan Shado. Emily Silva. Christy A. Silva. Michael M. Soares. Stephanie Soares, cum laude. Allison Christina Souza. Alicia Christina Souza. Samantha Therian, summa cum laude. Jillian Thorpe, cum laude. Christina Marie Torres. Jordan A. Torres. Jacob Trent. Caitlin M. Trundy, cum laude. Melissa Marie Trappel, also thanatology certificate. Holly Lynn Witherill, magna cum laude. Augustin V. Withiam. I am pleased to announce graduates of Healthcare Information. Jamie Lynn Botello, cum laude. Kelly Ann Freeman. Joseph Frias, magna cum laude. I am pleased to announce graduates of Human Services. Carissa Ann Coe. Dawn Andrea Collard, magna cum laude. Amanda Constant, magna cum laude. Jessica M. Costa, cum laude. Yolanda Costa, also a certificate in law enforcement. Donna M. Couture, cum laude. Stephanie D. Cruz. Amanda M. Dean. Laurie A. Johnson, magna cum laude. Damaris Gomez, cum laude. Michelle A. King, magna cum laude. Joshua L. Maltese. Felicia Moody. Danielle Porter, cum laude. Nicole M. Rigo. Christy Rogerson, cum laude. Rachel M. Tetro, also Human Services and General Studies. Jessica Lynn Rolenti, magna cum laude. Robin Marie Laszlowski. Shiana Kelly.
I am pleased to announce the graduates of liberal arts. Jordan Anthony Abbott, magna cum laude. Allison Arrojo. Christopher Carrington. Tara L. Carvalho, magna cum laude. Antonio Condi. Micah Conti, summa cum laude. Christopher DeCambra, cum laude, and General Studies. Samantha Dorton. Stacy Lynn Epstein. Rebecca Lee Erdos. Charles T. Farrell. Jessica Lynn Gagney, cum laude, liberal arts professional. Rebecca Lee Gagney, liberal arts professional and deaf studies prep certificate. Vanessa Galigo. Kelsey Andrea. John Edwards Gonsalves II. Jonathan Gonzalez. Keisha Gordon, summa cum laude. Jeffrey Thomas Griffin. Esther Guadalupe. Krista Noel Johnson, magna cum laude. Mateus Lelis. Sarah Martin, magna cum laude, liberal arts and thanatology certificate. Jarrett McCracken, liberal arts professional option. Timothy McKenna, cum laude. And Malin Medeiros, cum laude. Zuleika Mune, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Moreau. Brendan Phillips Nugent, cum laude. Hattie Rose Pacheco. Denise Pata. Jessica Amaral Pimentel. Gretchen Rafa. Jasmine Rodrigues, cum laude. Nicholas John Rose, magna cum laude. James Simus. Jacqueline Small, magna cum laude, liberal arts and gerontology. Catherine Ellen St. Laurent, magna cum laude. Patrick Sutton. Crystal Tavares, cum laude. Rachel Taves. Jessica Valero, liberal arts and thanatology certificate. Laura Ventura, magna cum laude. Kyle Whitty. Christopher Wilbur, liberal arts global leadership certificate, summa cum laude and valedictorian. Khalid Iman Williams. Brianna Elizabeth Zerblis, magna cum laude. I am pleased to announce the graduates of nursing. Indira Barbosa. Helen Brillo, cum laude. Jonathan Paul Coleman. Bridget Cook, cum laude. Nelia De Silva. Laura Ann DeMello, cum laude. Kelly Farias. Kelly Frias. Bethany Andrea Gendro, summa cum laude. Amanda Gossick. Dawn Hughes, cum laude. Amanda Kelly. Vanessa Machado. Kristen Martino. Cassie Medeiros, cum laude. Megan Murphy, cum laude. Larry Noguero. Carolyn Quinn, cum laude. Merope Sakalopoulos. Nicole Santos. Natalie Woolley. No, Natalie Woolley, cum laude. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Occupational Therapy Assistant. Sherilyn Rose Allen, summa cum laude. Jody Lee Borges Cabral. Chelsea Costa, magna cum laude. Jasmine Desmaris, cum laude. Courtney Dunn. James Paul Eden, summa cum laude.
I'm going to read out my daughters.
Okay, just say that.
Five more.
Leslie Harvey, summa cum laude. Melissa Diane Kotef, cum laude. Tracy Ledoux, summa cum laude, occupational therapy and general studies. Dara Levesque, cum laude. Amy Matos, cum laude. Tyler Rosenholm, cum laude.
Kimberly Ann Silva, magna cum laude, my daughter.
Jamie Stewart. Carrie Elizabeth Sylvia, occupational therapy and general studies. Jessica Tavares, cum laude. Nakia Vega. Donna Wolf, magna cum laude. I'm pleased to announce the graduates of Office Administration. Marta Janet Arroyo Cruz. Shabana Bashir. Fatima Alves Borges, magna cum laude. Melinda Patricia Borges. Indira Brignall. Tamara Nicole Genevieve Bryant. Heather Cabral, magna cum laude. Casey Ann Demaris, cum laude. Christine Marie Franco, Office Administration and General Studies. Stacy Fournier. Jessica Hall. Holly Lynn Halstead. Natasha Kayan, summa cum laude. Michelle Kent, Office Administration and Medical Administrative Assistant. April Legassi, Office Administration and General Studies. Danielle Marzali. Paula Moraes, Office Administration and Medical Coding Certificate. Kimor Davi Pong. Vera Lucia Ribeiro, Office Administration and Paralegal Studies. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Computer Game Development Certificate. Nicholas J. Pacelli. I am pleased to announce the graduate of Early Childhood Education Certificate of Achievement, Andrew Pimentel. Emily Wong. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Multimedia Development Certificate of Achievement, Deborah J. Green. I am pleased to announce the graduate of Graphic Design Certificate, Claire T. Nemes, Graphic Design Certificate and Web Design Certificate. I am pleased to announce the graduate of the Gerontology Certificate, Deborah Walker. I am pleased to announce the graduate of the Law Enforcement Certificate, Michael Arpa. Don Casey Jr., Jessica Carrera, Tommy Lee Harmon. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Medical Administration Practices Certificate, Deborah Ann Mello, Medical Administration Practices and Medical Transcription Certificate. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Medical Assisting Certificate, Connie Bartlett, Diane Ham Griffiths, Brittany Jean Johnson, also Medical Assisting Certificate, Carolyn Lalieve, Victoria Gillette, Amy Mazaros, Kayla Perry. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Medical Coding Certificate, Jordan Sinopoli. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Medical Transcription Certificate, Shelby Duff. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Office Support Certificate, Valerie Grego, Serena Robitaille. I am pleased to announce the graduates of Office Technology Management Certificate, Aaron Andrews. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Paralegal Studies Certificate, Christy Medeiros, Jacqueline Pereira, Edna Matthias Soros. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Pre-Radiology Technology Certificate, Jack Sidlowski, Pre-Radiology Technology. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Portuguese English Community Interpreting Certificate, Armanda Diaz Arruda, Mary Angel Silva. I am pleased to announce the graduates of the Thanatology Certificate, Megan Ballard, Crystal Carrera, Marion Kowalski. I'm pleased to announce the graduates of Therapeutic Massage Certificate, Kelly Garofalo, cum laude. Fernanda Holland, Kimberly Marie Lacouture, Anthony Medeiros III, and Michelle Lee Pacheco. The class of 2011, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations! The class of 2011.
Congratulations. Please be seated. We're almost done. Yeah. Today, as you graduate from Bristol Community College, you become members of an active and esteemed organization, the Bristol Community College Alumni Association. Here to welcome you as full members of the association, Peter Silva, class of 1973, chair of the BCC Alumni Association, proud father of a brand new graduate.
Congratulations, class. Congratulations to my daughter, Kimberly Ann Silva. Way to go. You have now attained a different status. You are now alumni. You're no longer students. Again, congratulations. You have worked hard to reach this wonderful milestone. You are now officially Bristol Community College Alumni Association members. I exhort you to stay in touch, support this wonderful institution, and take advantage of the many opportunities BCC continues to offer. Now remember, even though you've graduated, doesn't mean you have to leave. This is a wonderful place to network for business, and just across the South Coast, there are contacts everywhere through BCC. Surprise, surprise, surprise. You don't have to stand in line anymore as a student. You have an office here now, waiting to serve you. It's called the Alumni Office. Make the Alumni Office your first stop for guidance, direction, and volunteerism. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Before the recessional, I want to invite you to join us at the Commonwealth College Center immediately following these exercises. There'll be opportunities for photographs with the president, and you may pick up your diplomas. Our beautiful Grimshaw Goodowitz Art Gallery is open today, right behind us, and I invite you to visit this wonderful facility and outstanding exhibit. Please stand and remain standing until the recessional is complete and all graduates have left the tent. I now declare a close to these proceedings of the 44th Annual Commencement Exercises of Bristol Community College. Congratulations.